Hello, good day, animal breeders and viewers from different locations. My name is Olashubo Solomon Ayobami. I am the managing director and team head of AgroBreeders Nigeria, an animal breeding and mentorship company that is situated in Nigeria with headquarters in Plateau State, Nigeria. Do well to see that you join us every Monday at 8:30 a.m. West African time, live for a period of mentorship and capacity building on our YouTube channel at AgroBreeders Nigeria 7031. AgroBreeders Nigeria 7031. On that platform, every Monday at 8:30 a.m. is always a wonderful time of learning. It's always a wonderful time of building capacity in animal breeding. And we talk about a lot of topics, a lot of wonderful sessions on animal breeding. I myself is the facilitator of this session alongside some other team members of AgroBreeders Nigeria. You can also follow us on our Instagram page, AgroBreeders_Nigeria on Instagram. You can follow us on Facebook, on our Facebook page, AgroBreeders Nigeria. And you can also reach out to us via our AgroBreeders official line, 08163666344. If you're outside the country, you can say +2348163666344. What you know in animal breeding is what determines what you can produce. I want to encourage you to see that you follow us and give yourself to capacity building. There's nothing that you cannot achieve in animal production when you build capacity in animal breeding. Thank you so much. Once again, I remain Ayobami Olashubo from AgroBreeders Nigeria. See you there. Good day, viewers from different locations, and welcome to another episode with AgroBreeders Nigeria. On this episode, I'll be talking about the basics of animal selection. Animal selection is a very, very important aspect of animal breeding that all animal breeders must be able to know. It will be difficult for you to really advance in animal breeding unless you know the basics of your selection. Now, talking about animal selection, we have natural selection, of course, and we have artificial selection. But on this episode, I'll be talking about natural selection. Natural selection has to talk of is a selection process that occurs as a result of an organism's ability to adapt to its surrounding and its environment. And it is a selection that is determined by an organism's ability to adapt and to tolerate its environment. Even in a herd, when you see in the animal kingdom, you get to see that there are some animals that find it difficult to really survive or to adapt to environment due to certain changes in their environment. And these animals, based on not even without human influence, nature tends to wipe off all these animals because they couldn't adapt to their environment personally. And we call this kind of selection natural selection because it is not influenced by man. It is a selection that is based on, or let me say that is determined by an animal's ability to struggle, an animal's ability to really be able to cope with different kind of situations, different kind of conditions that comes with his environment. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. An example of natural selection is the existence of some breeds of bear that have the ability to survive in a very, very cold environment. These bears were there were many bears, but as the bears that we now have are now more stable bears that can survive, or let me say that are more fitted to their environment. This is a slow process. The process of this selection is a slow process, but this selection creates genetic variation. This particular selection process creates what they call it, a lot of gene pools in a population, because these animals the selection is natural. It is not man-made, it is not influenced. So you have a lot of, we call something gene pool. You have an enlarged gene pool because this selection is done by nature, thereabout. Another example of this, what I call this natural selection, is the ability of some breeds of animals to be able to survive even from a litter. We can still call it natural selection. Natural selection has to do with something that is not influenced by man. It is a selection that from a litter of animals, maybe you have a litter of 10, say you have a litter of 20, you get to see that naturally some individuals even within the same litter, are able to survive. And they were able to survive because of their adaptability to their environment. They're about their adaptability and their tolerance range, I can put it in that way. So naturally, either human being influence selection, the nature helps you to select animals that better fit to environment. The nature helps to help you select animals that will perform better even in the environment. What this causes is that naturally you begin to have the animals that, what I'm trying to say is that the animals that exist are animals that have been able to pass through the first phase of selection, which is natural selection. That means that it is now the matter of you having the traits that you want in those animals is now a subject for another day. But personally, natural selection is a slow process, but it's a process that helps us to create a wide range of genetic possibilities. It increases the gene pool within a population, and it determines animals that exist and that can be selected for a breeding system thereabout. This is what we call natural selection. On the next episode, we'll be looking at the basics of artificial selection. Thank you so much for joining us for today's session. See you some other time. My name is Mensa Yobami from Agrobidas Nigeria. Thank you. Thanks so much for joining us for today's episode, and stay tuned for more amazing episodes to come. Every Monday, we are live every Monday at 8:30 a.m. West African time. Do well to reach out to us for animal breeding mentorship and trainings. Do well to meet us for farm establishments or all aspects of animal breeding. You can stay tuned and reach us on our social media, Agrobidas Nigeria, on Instagram, on Facebook, and for mentorship or for questioning, you can call Agrobidas official line on +234 81 636 66344 +234 81 636 66344. Thank you for trusting Agrobidas Nigeria. We are committed to raising competent farmers globally. Thank you.